Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
The power,
Lord. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
President Mrs. Foxton?
Here.
Vice President Mr. Kashner?
Here.
Secretary Mr. Anderson?
Here.
Treasurer Mr. Griffiths?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Percy?
Here.
Mr. Shuey?
Here.
Mrs. Smougin?
Here.
And Mr. Sosnowski?
Here.
Okay, recognize student accomplishments.
Do we have students of the month?
They would be on the screen.
We do?
And some of the lights.
Hello, I am here with the November Student of the Month. So, what is your name and your grade?
My name is Max Rogers and I'm in 7th grade.
What sports or clubs are you involved in?
I play soccer and there's many clubs.
What hobbies do you have?
I like to play video games with my friends and I like to cook.
What is your favorite class and what's your biggest takeaway from it?
I like math and I like that you can use it outside of the cooking and stuff.
So, final question here. What's your favorite quote?
I'm waiting here because of my memory.
Alrighty, thank you. Hello, I am here with the November Student of the Month. What high school student of the month? What is your name and your grade?
My name is Don Patil, and I am in 11th grade.
What sports or clubs are you involved in?
I'm involved in track and soccer,
What hobbies do you have?
painting and art.
Nice. What is your favorite class and what's your biggest takeaway from it?
My favorite class has to be probably art, and my biggest takeaway from it is how you can find like beauty in a lot of things.
So, final question here. What's your favorite quote?
Gotta be from my soccer coach, John Grivos. You either quit or keep going, they both hurt.
Alrighty, thank you. Hello, I am here with the January Student of the Month. What is your name and grade?
I am Wolfgang in 7th grade.
What sports or clubs are you involved in?
I am in the band, and that's pretty much it for
What do you play in the band?
saxophone.
Okay. What hobbies do you have?
I play video games.
Alright. What is your favorite class and what's your biggest takeaway from it?
It was Mr. Weller's career class, and because I learned how in high school the upper grades, how credits work, and how it works to graduate.
Alright. So, final question here. What is your favorite quote?
To get to the rainbow, you have to put up with the rain.
Thank you very much. Hello, I am here with the January Student of the Month. What is your name and your grade?
I'm Evelyn Murphy. I'm in 11th grade.
Alright. What sports or clubs are you involved in?
I'm involved in our Student Dance Bullying Club. I'm the president of our environmental club. I'm also in the works of the National Honor Society and Student Council.
Nice. What hobbies do you have?
I like to read. I work at Panera, so that takes up most of my time, but I like being outdoors.
So, what is your favorite class and what's your biggest takeaway from it?
Organic chem, definitely. Shout out to Joe Kramer. He's a real one. It's so informative and you learn a lot.
Alright, and final question, what's your favorite quote?
Got a quotation to do, so you just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
Alrighty, thank you.
Citizens' comments. So, say your name, please.
Trudy Kurtz. A couple weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, the elementary wrestling tournament had a tournament in the gym that apparently was overbooked that day. Elementary was set to use it for the day, and I guess they rescheduled a girls' basketball game for later on in the night. There was some a conflict. And anyway, the elementary kids were told to go down to the mat room to finish the tournament. Has anyone been in the mat room recently? Not recently, because they just cleaned it, that I know, because they're, I guess, apparently putting a storage shed in there for maintenance or whatever, so the mat room is going to be a lot smaller for the boys in there? No? Anyway, I have pictures on my phone if anybody would like to see them. It was definitely not a good idea to send a bunch of little kids down in that mat room. A, it was freezing cold. They had been wrestling all day and were sweaty, and it was a death trap. We could have been sued at any moment. It was awful. The second thing that I have to mention is, so I know the last time that I was here, when I went home, people were asking me, when you guys read your minutes and vote on stuff, you kind of just say like A, B, C, and go. For the people that are home that are watching, they have no idea what you guys are voting on. Like, I know in past years, you used to be able to, like, you set it out, like we're voting on motion and say it, so the people at home and other people that would go back and watch it could get that information, but they're not getting the full story. There's like a lot of questions and they don't know where to get those answers because this board meeting is not ran like it used to be.
So you're saying they don't have an agenda? Is that what you?
Yeah, I'm guessing like when you guys are saying, I'm voting on 01 or 02, you know what I mean? They're not. So they tune in for 5 minutes, don't know what's going on, and tune out because they have no idea what you guys are voting on.
But isn't the agenda online?
I'm thinking the agenda is online posted because it's supposed to be posted 24 hours in advance of the meeting. So I'm pretty sure it's posted online.
Okay.
So
that paper is online and that's how they would follow along?
I'm 95% sure, yeah.
Okay. Do we know why we stopped doing it the old way?
When you're saying the old way, you're talking about reading the whole thing?
Yes.
It's at least 10 years since as long as I'm here, we've never read anything.
Okay. So that's
It's
what
at least
I don't know off the top of my head of what changed.
I mean, it's not like a time constraint or anything, right? Okay.
Mr. Venda, just for everyone's information, I'm looking online while you're here, and if you go to the indians.k12.pa.us website, you click on About Us at the top, Board of Directors, it'll give you a page, and then Meeting Agendas is there, and it's got the agenda for the entire meeting and everything that's going to be voted on.
Okay. There you go,
Yeah,
guys.
follow along and know what numbers are what.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Tammy Rhodes. You all know that. I filed a right to know for some information that I think is very interesting, and perhaps you could shed some light on the information that I received. So, I understand that, Mr. Vena, you are part of the PIAA, and kudos to you for doing that. I have no objection to that. I think that's great. However, we all know that there's this ongoing litigation and legal thing going on with the daily item. So I thought to myself, well, I wonder what's happening with that, because when I was a coach, I was part of that. I was receiving random emails, don't erase nothing, keep your text, send this, give them that, we're going to give them this, we're going to give them that. And I thought, okay, so I thought, I'd really like to know what's going on with that. So I inquired. And I would like to know, why is the school district paying to defend this? This is all PIAA related. This is all have to do with PIAA. Why is the school district responsible for $40,000 worth of legal fees? $40,000. And that's just what I was able to add up as a civilian who pays taxes. Because $40,000 could be used for a lot of other things. Is there something being done that private, that wrong, that we can't just give the information that is required? Do all of you know that that was $40,000?
I didn't know.
Did you know that the school's paying for this? $40,000 on these couple pages that I paid $9 for. That's an awful lot of money for legal nonsense to fight against a newspaper. Food for thought. I know when it comes across your desk, you see legal fees, and I know there's a lot of legal fees associated with the school as far as child custody stuff, the IEPs, all that stuff. I get it. But this stuff's being slid in there because certain pages that I get, it's like, oh, we're going to talk about HSAs or email regarding student enrollment issues. We're going to talk to the solicitor about that. But then we also go on to email regarding right to know mediation. And it is my understanding that all of this money was spent in vain because we have not won a single mediation or litigation regarding this. And I'm appalled by it. Thank you.
Excuse me,
Yes.
if you have a question regarding a legal fee, why don't you just simply come to the office and...
I did. It's right here. I did. I filed a right to know as a paying tax citizen, and this is what I was given. Mr. Shuey, did you know we spent $40,000?
No, and I'm saying...
Okay, then if you're sitting in that seat and you had people vote you into that seat,
Can I speak now?
then you need to do your homework.
May I speak?
Have at it.
Perhaps it's has to do with being a defendant in a lawsuit. I don't know, and apparently you don't know either. I mean, you only know what you got there as a result of your request for information.
Well, this is telling me that our tax dollars, $40,000 of our tax dollars were spent to defend.
We're defendants in a lawsuit. We're obligated to defend ourselves.
Are we defendants in a lawsuit? Because it says right on here, Mr. Shuey, PIAA. Why isn't the PIAA paying for this? Because, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because all this stuff is tried to slip under the radar, and too many people don't know what is going on, okay? Including yourself, because you did not know that we were paying this kind of money. Right.
You're here at the meeting.
I do know. I do know now.
So you don't know what the fees are for.
It tells you on here. Would you like it?
But
You can have it.
Is it illegal? Is it the result of a lawsuit or?
Yes, it is a result of us fighting against the daily item.
In that case, then if they sued us, we have an obligation to defend.
They didn't sue us. They asked for information that we could not provide them with.
Well, then perhaps it was information that,
It's all related to the PIAA, and I'd like to know why the PIAA isn't paying for it.
we can't just give out information.
You can, because this is a public school, and we fund it as taxpayers.
There's certain things in here I'm sure you wouldn't even want to see released. We have to make a decision as to what should be released and what shouldn't. And sometimes
I had no problem getting this. When I filed the right to know, I was able to get it.
Well, then why wouldn't the Daily Item simply do that?
This is about legal fees. This isn't about text messages and emails and all that.
I'm saying about the information you're contending they wanted to get.
They're still fighting to get, I believe they've gotten some, but they're still fighting to get more.
You said you got the
But as on February 4th, which was a few days ago, we wrote a check and paid legal fees for the same thing. It's been going on since 2018.
It seems to me that your intent in coming here isn't to simply resolve a matter of money spent. It seems like
How do I make an appointment with you people?
you make an appointment with the administration.
I don't want to meet with the administration.
Well, that's
And as a taxpayer, it is my right to come here and to ask questions and to present you with information that I've collected. And I'm sorry if that offends you, but you should not be sitting in that seat if that's the case.
for information.
I'm not asking for information, I'm giving information.
It offends me that you come here with this God.
It offends you because you don't know this. Let's move on. Yeah, let's. Work session. Any other public comments?
Okay, work session. We're going to start with Mr. Carnuccio first. He's here to give a report from the elementary school. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Carnuccio.
Okay, so things going on in elementary school. Friday, we just had our last of our party circuit for the school year. We had our Valentine's party. Like I said, there was a lot of love in the building on Friday. All the kids with their Valentines and gifts and stuff. Purple Perk Junior. You guys all know, but there's a high school that's a Purple Perk. We're starting at Purple Perk Junior in the elementary school. And I got to just give shout out to Dave and his staff. They're doing an awesome job. The floor's in pretty much, and they're starting to get the shelving in. So we're really excited for that. Hopefully it takes off like the Purple Perk did. But I just want to give Dave's maintenance guys, they're doing an awesome job with getting that ready. And hopefully we can get it going before the end of the school year. We just held our American Heart Association Jump Rope for Heart fundraiser. And actually Mrs. Morgan, our school nurse, was just texting me literally about 20 minutes ago, gave me an update. As of 20 minutes ago, we collected $5,842.80. And she told me that's the most money ever raised and the most students ever participating in the history of that fundraiser, which is going on for about 17, 18 years now. Smile Dentistry, which is a dentistry that comes in. They set up in our gym, elementary gym, and they provide many of our students with free dental work. And I say free dental work, fillings, tooth extractions. So they did that. We had about well over 100 students that took advantage of that. So that was great to see. Some of our kids who don't get the opportunity to visit the dentist got free dentistry work. Mrs. Morgan wanted to pass along, there's 4 students, and I know this is more high school related, but there's 4 students from our health occupations program at the Career and Technology Center that have been coming to the elementary school and work with our nurses to do like different things like screening, just to get kind of job experience. So she wanted me to pass it along, so she thought that was a great thing for me to let you guys know. I'm not sure if you guys were aware of that, but about 4 students, I guess, are coming down on a consistent basis weekly, and they've been working with our school nurse over at the elementary school, getting some valuable experience in the nursing field. We are finalizing dates for our school field trips. So this will be the first time in 3 years, I believe, that our kids will be able to go on field trips, and I can't tell you how excited me and Mr. Kiefer are that our kids are actually going to be able to go on field trips. But we kind of changed it up a little bit this year. So this year, our kindergarten and first grade are going to go to TT Cats out by Mifflinburg. Our second and third graders will be visiting Reptile Land. Fourth graders are still going to go to the Whitaker Center down in Harrisburg. And in our 5th and 6th graders, because last year the 6th graders didn't have the opportunity to go to Camp Victory. Normally it's a 3-day overnight trip, but we talked to the people up at Camp Victory, and what they're doing this year is we're going to send 5th and 6th grade on a day trip. So they're going to leave here around 8:30, get up there, spend the day, do all the things that they would do in 3 days, and then be back here, I think 5 o'clock it goes till up there. And they're going to provide them with lunch and a snack, I think, but 5th and 6th graders are going to have the opportunity to go on day trips this year, which is really great for our 5th and 6th graders, because that's really a neat trip. I mean, any of you have children or talk to parents who had children who attended it, but we get rave reviews about that Camp Victory. And then finally, we also have, I just finalized with the lady from Bloomsburg University, we're going to have STEM camp. Our 4th and 6th graders go to Bloomsburg University and do a lot of different STEM activities. So it's like a STEM camp, it's a day camp, where there's different stations that they do a lot of different STEM activities. So talking to the 4th and 6th grade teacher from 3 years ago, when the last time we went, they raved about it, said if we can continue to go, let's do it. The lady reached out, said they're going to have it this year, so we're sending our 4th and 6th graders. And all those trips will be in the month of May. So we got the PSSAs are over, but it's all going to be in the month of May, but we're finalizing dates on those. Actually, today we're looking at some dates and then switch some things around because of different conflicts. Read Across America Week will start February 28th, and that goes from the 28th to March 4th. We met as a committee on Thursday in the library to discuss some of the things we'll be doing, like buddy reads, where the older kids will be coming and reading to the younger kids. We have different themed dress down days for the week. Nutrition Inc. is going to provide a snack for all the kids on Friday to celebrate Read Across America Week. One thing I'm kind of sad about, we won't be able to do the guest readers. It's getting harder and harder to get people to come in and read. Plus with COVID, we kind of restricted that last couple of years. But we do have some other activities planned. We're theming it around the Olympics. So some of the ideas that some of the committee came up with are pretty cool, that they're gonna be getting that out shortly. And then finally, K-4 and kindergarten registration, we're taking phone calls now, so if anybody has a student who's gonna be entering K-4 or kindergarten, please call the office between 9 and 3 and get an appointment scheduled. So our kindergarten registration is gonna be from March 7th through the 18th, is those 2 weeks, and then K-4 is gonna be the 28th, 29th, 30th of March. So, you know, I can't stress enough, if anybody out there has a child that's gonna be either in kindergarten or K-4, please make sure you call our office, principal's office, to get an appointment scheduled. That's it.
Anybody have any questions? Lots going on in the elementary. Good job, Mr. Carnuccio, thank you. Next up is Mr. Hynoski, and he's going to give a report on the high school, and also has a special guest here tonight to be recognized.
Yes, lots going on at the middle high school also. Our yearly military ASVAB testing was completed on January 19th. Winter Keystone testing is completed. This went well without any issues or concerns. Administration and guidance at this point is very encouraged with our early college grades. Current students attending Luzerne or Bloomsburg are representing our school very well with high academic marks, so that's very encouraging to see. Regarding Spear Virtual Academy, scheduled appointments with virtual tutors are available from 2:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. for high school students. The link can be found on the school's website. We even have a tutor that is special education certified to provide those services. On a positive note, our outside cyber numbers are down 16% from last year, which equates to 30 students. One went from 183 to 153, so that's an encouraging trend we want to keep on going with. It's the lowest that we have had since the 2013 and 2014 school year, so we are definitely trending in the right direction. As we did last year, once again, we will be participating in the University of Michigan Monitoring the Future survey for our senior students. All the materials and information will be sent out the next several weeks. The date for the survey is scheduled for April 12th, and again, our school will be getting $500 from the University of Michigan for participating in the survey. On Thursday, this past Thursday, February 10th, Admin and Guidance completed the Act 158 presentation with parents, students, and any community stakeholders, which was streamed live online. Any questions or concerns were addressed live on the spot with an effort to clear on any uncertain families have regarding the new graduation requirements. So that went over very, very well. Student course selection has already begun. The goal is for each student to walk out with their schedules at the end of the school year. The summer months will be used to critique them and make any necessary changes. Admin and Guidance are beginning the spring and end-of-year preparations to ensure a smooth transition throughout the upcoming fourth marking period and as we prep for the 2022 school year. This includes the master schedule, program of studies, edits to the teacher and student handbook, etc. The only negative I have to report is our second marking period at Indian Academy was not a great turnout. We had well over 300 student referrals, and the largest number of students we had present at a single day was 10 students out of 300. So we would really like to see those numbers increase dramatically. We ask for continued parental and guardian support through this initiative to ensure each of our students has an opportunity to complete and catch up on any schoolwork with an effort to improve their grades moving through the remainder of the school year. Our alumni exam is scheduled 2 weeks from today. On Monday, February 28th, we will begin promptly at 8 a.m. And lastly, our senior class is looking for ideas about a senior gift. So if anybody has any good ideas for them, send them on over our way so we can make the suggestion. And are you ready for Mr. Steyer at this point? Or?
I have a question.
Yes.
The Act 158 meeting that was held last Thursday, if
Yes.
I was a parent and missed it, is there a link on our website.
Yeah, there should be
So,
a
so
link on the
parents that
website.
missed it, they can get on our website and find the presentation that was put.
Yes, it's on the website, and
And there's frequently asked questions, I think, the high
Yes.
school office put
Mr.
together.
Hockenbrock and I talked about that today. There's going to be a frequently asked questions page where we collect the answers and we collect the questions and then we provide the answers back in a timely manner. So this is an ongoing process that we all have to become acclimated with, and I think it was received pretty well, though, by the crowd that was there and the questions that came in online at the time.
All right, very good.
I have with me, it's my honor to introduce Mr. Kevin Steyer, our band director. Before I ask him to come up and say a little something, he had quite the experience over the Rose Bowl. So I'm going to read you the background here and all of Mr. Steyer accomplished for us throughout our school district. In late spring 2021, the Michael D. Sewell Memorial Foundation informed Kevin that they were delighted to announce that his application to perform in the Band Directors Marching Band in the 2022 Rose Bowl Parade has been accepted by the Saluting America's Band Directors Project and the Michael D. Sewell Memorial Foundation on January 1st, 2022. Kevin will be joined by close to 300 band directors from across the country and a custom-designed float in Pasadena, California, in this historic and legendary parade. His primary instrument to play is the euphonium. This is the first time in parade history that a float was supported by a marching band. The band was chosen on achievement, instrumentation, and geographical location. On December 29th, the first rehearsal of the band took place at the Marriott at Woodland Hills, California. It sounded like the 300 members had been playing together for years, but instead only met a few hours prior. Rehearsals continued throughout the next couple of days, music, marching, drill, etc. The band had a performance at the float judging and was chosen along with their float for the coveted Sportsmanship Award. The ensemble also performed in a downpour at Pasadena Community College during BandFest. In the early hours of January 1st, the band filed onto the buses for the ride to the parade. Once at the starting point, they anxiously awaited for the parade to begin. The Salute to America's Band Directors Band marched proudly on Colorado Boulevard to the cheers of thousands of people in attendance and those at home eagerly awaiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Steyer. At TV Corner, they got that glimpse as the band parted to allow the accompanying floats to pass through, and Mr. Steyer was seen in all of his glory. Quite the proud moment for all involved. The following day, the pep band played at Float Fest. This is when the floats can be viewed up close and personal. They were greeted with thunderous applause. This was the experience of a lifetime and will not be soon forgotten. Mr. Steyer has been teaching for 25 years, 21 specifically at Shamokin area. He is the director of the symphonic band, football band, competition band, as well as the director of the high school musical. He teaches elementary, middle school, and high school instrumental music. As a seasoned director, he can be seen as the founder and director of the Anthracite Symphonic Band, former director of the Sunbury City Band, and numerous other community activities. His expertise in set and scenery design is second to none. His students have consistently placed in the PMEA District 8, Region 4, and state ensembles. The competition band has placed in the top 10 in 9 states for the last 15 years. Mr. Steyer holds a seat on the PMEA District 8 Board of Directors and serves as the District 8 Band Festival Coordinator. He was recently nominated for the Elementary Middle School Citation of Excellence Award for PME District 8. Mr. Steyer, congratulations on everything you've done for us here at Shamokin and your Rose Bowl experience. Thank you.
As you can tell, I'm wearing my uniform from it was a very outstanding experience. I would do it in a heartbeat again. To go meet up with 300 people across the United States. That literally, we walked in the door, threw our suitcases down, and jumped into a rehearsal that evening. It was amazing experience, and one I will never forget. Yes, and I did march and play 5.5 miles continuously. We did not stop once. So it was a very unique experience. We had people that just graduated from college to retirees. So it was great to be able to represent our area. And one of the things we did, we had a banquet one night, and everybody brought swag. So there's band directors out there with some of our band shirts on that we were able to, and I had one, we have this little internet thing, the one that said, "Who wears this shirt from?" And it was ours, and she was so proud to have it. It was, she's California wearing it. But it was a great experience. I was so proud to be able to represent our area, our community, and what we stand for. So thank you for the opportunity to let me go. And it was very enjoyable, and I'm proud of our students. I'm proud of our staff that helps us out. If it's not with them helping out, we won't be the way strong as we are. Our musical is coming up here in a few weeks on April 1st and 2nd. We're doing Little Mermaid. The kids are doing fabulous. It is neat to get back into a live space and actually perform again. We're excited with all those things. But thank you. Appreciate everything you guys do for us. Thank you very much.
Just want to add, Mr. Steyer puts a lot of time in. I know he does a great job, but people don't realize how much time he puts in. Weekends, he's doing things with the musical, he's out in the parking lot with the students. He puts 7 days a week in. And so, you know, it's not by coincidence that he's successful. Also, with you playing in the Rose Bowl, we can now say we have a staff member who played in the Super Bowl and someone who played in the Rose Bowl. How many people can say that in our school district?
Mr. Steyer's sidekick does a pretty good job here, too.
His better half, right?
Good?
Ready.
Okay, so move on to some old business. I need a motion to approve item number 501.
Motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Need a motion to approve item number 502. All those in favor?
Second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Any question? Yeah. All right, I need a motion to approve item 502.
So moved. Second.
Need a second.
Motion.
On the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Oh, ayes have it. All right, I need a motion to approve item number 503.
Motion.
On the question. Roll call.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Griffith.
Yes.
Mrs. Hoddesdon.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugian.
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski.
Yes.
Any correspondence?
None.
Okay, new business. Need a motion to approve item number 701.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, on the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve item number 702.
Motion. Second.
On the question. Roll call.
Mr. Griffith.
Yes.
Mrs. Hoddesdon.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugian.
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski.
Yes.
And Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
All right, motion to approve item number 703.
Motion. Second.
Okay, on the question. Roll call.
Mrs. Hoddesdon.
Yes.
Mr. Kashner.
Yes.
Mrs. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Persing.
Yes.
Mr. Shuey.
Yes.
Mrs. Smugian.
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski.
Yes.
Mr. Anderson.
Yes.
And Mr. Griffith.
Yes.
I need a motion to approve item number 704.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffith?
Yes.
And Mrs. Augustine?
Yes. Okay, I need a motion to approve item number 705.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
And Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Need a motion to approve and disapprove item number 706.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
And Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Need a motion to approve item 707.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
And Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Need a motion to approve item 708.
So moved.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
I need a motion to approve item number 709.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
And Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Okay, I need a motion to approve item number 7.10.
Motion.
Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
And Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move on to personnel. I need a motion to approve all personnel items listed in motions 801 through 814 as listed.
Motion. Second.
On the question, roll call.
Mr. Griffiths?
Yes.
Mrs. Augustine?
Yes.
Mr. Kashner?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Persing?
Yes.
Mr. Shuey?
Yes.
Mrs. Smugin?
Yes.
Mr. Sosnowski?
Yes.
And Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
Okay, board member reports. Anybody have anything? All right, an executive session was held for personnel issues on Monday, February 7th from 6 PM to 7:25 PM, and February 15th, 2022 from 5:30 PM to 7:08 PM, prior to the regular monthly board meeting. No more citizens' comments, and motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.